What if the cure for depression isn't in your brain at all? What if it's hiding in your gut, among trillions of bacteria, quietly shaping how you feel every single day? It sounds insane, right? But recent studies suggest that fecal transplants, yes, literally transferring poop from a healthy person, might actually help treat depression. Welcome to the world of the gut-brain connection, one of the most mind-blowing frontiers in modern medicine. Scientists now know that your gut isn't just for digestion. It's actually talking to your brain 24/7. This constant dialogue is known as the gut-brain axis. Inside your intestines live trillions of microbes, bacteria, fungi, even viruses, and together they form what we call the gut microbiome. These microbes don't just help you digest food. They produce neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, and GABA, the same chemicals that control mood and anxiety. In fact, about 90% of the body's serotonin is made in the gut, not the brain. So here's where things get interesting. Fecal Microbiota Transplant, or FMT, is exactly what it sounds like, transferring the gut bacteria from a healthy donor into another person's intestines. The goal? To rebuild the gut ecosystem from scratch. Doctors collect a sample, process it in a sterile lab, and then introduce it into the recipient's colon, usually through an enema or colonoscopy. Some studies also use frozen capsules that can be swallowed, though the direct method seems to work better. A meta-analysis published recently reviewed dozens of clinical trials testing fecal transplants for depression. The results? Pretty impressive. Patients who received FMT, especially via enema, reported significant improvements in mood and anxiety compared to those who received placebos. Interestingly, the effects were strongest in people who also suffered from irritable bowel syndrome, or IBS, a condition long suspected to have a link to mood disorders. However, the benefits seemed to fade after about 6 months, suggesting that the gut needs ongoing care to stay balanced. But how could something happening in your intestines possibly change your emotions? Scientists think the answer lies in the way gut microbes interact with your immune system and your nervous system. A balanced microbiome produces molecules that reduce inflammation, which, by the way, is linked to depression. These microbes also affect the vagus nerve, sending direct signals to the brain that can influence mood, memory, and even decision-making. It's like upgrading the software of your brain by fixing the hardware in your gut. What's even more exciting is that fecal transplants are showing potential far beyond mental health. Studies suggest they might help with obesity, type 2 diabetes, and even antibiotic-resistant infections. In fact, for certain infections, like C. difficile, FMT is already more effective than antibiotics. Imagine a future where your doctor doesn't just prescribe pills, but a customized microbiome built just for you. The idea of using fecal transplants to treat depression sounds wild, and it is. But it's also a reminder that the mind and body aren't separate. They're part of one incredible biological network. The next revolution in mental health might not start in our brains, but deep in our guts. So next time you hear the phrase, "trust your gut," well, there might be more truth in that than we ever imagined.
If you like this kind of content, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss what's next. And if there's something you're curious about, let us know in the comments. We'd love to make a video just for you.